friends, welcome into my channel today. We're here with another crafting video with the Don't Freak Out Before Christmas challenge that is brought to us by Dee Dee Farago. This is week number 2, episode 1 or pocket 1 for this week. I'm going to do mine on, I'm out of Christmas cardstock and I don't have anywhere that I can think of in town. Our big craft store closed, and I don't live near Hobby Lobby or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to get some ordered. It'll be a little bit before I get to the city and I can get to Hobby Lobby or Michael's to get some more paper, or Joann's. So I decided I thought it would be fun down the line to make a black and white journal. And so I thought I'd just go ahead and do the same principle that Dee Dee did in this pocket number 2, week 2. No, pocket number 1, week 2. And I thought I'd try one on just a regular sheet of, this is just some turmeric dyed paper that I did actually a couple days ago. And I thought I'd try one on this size just to see how it turns out. I already made one. This is my prototype, just on some cardstock paper that I had. I did do another one and made a little mistake, but it's fine. I can make it work. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need, your sheet of paper is going to have to be 7.5 by 12, but obviously this one isn't. These two will be they're just shy of 12, because by the time I cut the little top hole off here, it's just under 12. So I don't have a exact 12 by 12. I could try making it with that hole there and see. Let's just try it and see what it looks like. If we don't like it, then the next one we won't do it. But yeah, so you're going to have a 7.5 by 12. So let's get our scoreboard out and get these cut. And so actually, you know what, I don't have to do that, because I can cut the 7.5 side this way. Sometimes I'm just not that bright. Yeah. Okay, so there's that one is done, and a scrap, which is nice. I'm going to stick that in my scrap pile. Got another one. We'll cut to 7.5. And these aren't really, doesn't matter direction to me on these. I'm going to be getting a couple new digital kits ordered here when I have a chance to sit down and decide what I want. And I thought those would be fun to do some of these challenges with as well, because then they'll be essentially made for a specific journal. So since this one measures 12, not quite 12, it's 11, your standard, I guess, 8.5 by 11. So we'll just do this. We'll leave the 11, and I'm going to try it at 7.5, and we'll see what happens. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't, then you'll know, but I'll be your guinea pig to try that out. And this is, of course, is just regular printer paper. So it's a whole different paper than this cardstock. So we'll just kind of see what we think about that. So you're going to score on your long way, your 12-inch, essentially, would be your 12-inch. You're going to score it at 2.5. And I'm going to do mine. I want as much of this to show as I can, because I think that's pretty. So let's try it and see if this works. If it doesn't work with this particular measurement, then we'll just have a little different shape to our pocket. So that's okay. It's just paper and it's just fun. So we're all good. So 2.5. Score 2.5. And then 2.5. And I'm going to do these opposite so that we'll see which way we like it better, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. think that's all we need the scoreboard for at the moment. So on this first one, let's do this one first. We're gonna just fold it at that score line, the 2.5. And then we're gonna fold this, okay? What we wanna do is fold it to where we've got, let me ink this so you can see it. It will just be easier for you to see. I find for myself that is easier. So we're gonna be folding it. We want this folded up here as close as we can get it to this line. But this one we want to get, it takes a little maneuvering, little bit of maneuvering, and we want to get that one. See, it's not a perfect point, but it's close enough, I think. I think it's close enough. So this one, this is the hard corner to do. And then we're going to take this piece and I'm going to fold it the other way just to get a little ridge in it. And for you guys, just for filming purposes, I'm going to go ahead and ink this up as well so you can see it. So what we're going to do, let me get a drink of my water. So thirsty today. I'm always thirsty. And take our ruler. You could certainly cut this with scissors. I agree. Dee Dee mentioned she likes doing it with a ruler and an X-Acto knife, because you can just really get in there just right. Just a nice sharp cut, kind of hanging off the edge of I have my glue mat on top of my big cutting mat, and I like to keep this mat here for gluing. That way I don't get glue on my other mat, because that's the one I use when I sew. So I really don't want glue all over that. So I'm just gonna very carefully and slowly follow the ruler down to the edge. Set my blade up there. Keep this, it's a nice scrap. All right, so now that we've got this cut in this, you should have something that looks like this. We're gonna fold it back in on itself this way, okay? And then we're gonna come again and we're gonna fold it in on itself this way, trying to stay as straight as you can along this bottom and get as close as you can on this edge. Could stick over a little. It's pretty thick cardstock. Burnish that down. Come in, and you can see I got a little off, but that's okay. We can trim that down. That's no problem. And it probably, a lot of it is just because it's the cardstock and it's a little bit hard to get just right. So then we folded it back that way, and we're going to do one more fold over this way. So yeah, I really got off on this one. No, that's not right. That's not right. This is going to come back this way. So yeah, that's going to come back that way. So what I'm going to do is I have a pair of scissors that are pretty gnarly and sharp. Don't laugh at my scissors, you guys, but I think they're pretty cool. But they're heavy. Look at these things. My husband brought them to me from work. I keep them up. I keep them hanging up on my candle making bench, because I don't ever want my grandkids to reach them. But they are pretty cool because they work good. Okay, so that is number one. So what we would do with this is we're going to want to ink. If you had pattern, 2 pattern sides, you know, a pattern on each side, you wouldn't have to do anything. I just didn't happen to have any paper that I could think of that I had on 2 sides. So what I like to do is just open this up a little bit and kind of think, now where would I want this to be inked? And I'm going to do something a little different because this is black. I thought we could distress with a different color. What should we distress? And it'll be just lightly, let's do this seedless preserves. Let's do that. I'm going to grab my other, I don't even know what this is going to look like, but we're just going to give it a try. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I don't know where my other one of these is offhand. So I'm just going to come in and just do it. Let's get a piece of scrap paper here and put underneath here. Let's just kind of come in. Oh my goodness. That's going to be dark. Woo! Didn't expect that. It's a little too dark. I don't think I like that to be that dark. It's pretty though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'd rather, let me find something to ink. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I went and I grabbed a little makeup sponge. That one's going to end up being a little bit too dark, but that's okay. We can just do this. I'm going to go along the edges. I know this is not Christmassy at all, so I do apologize for that. But I'm just trying to use what I have. And then, of course, we'll ink this little piece up right here. And then I'm going to just ink just a little bit there. Okay. Don't know if we'll do that on the next one, but makes this one original anyway. Put these out of the way. Okay, so that's one. Okay, now let me do this other one. And we've already got that scored, so let me fold this one this way. I'm trying to think of how, kind of trying to do this one opposite. So rather than, yeah, I think I'm doing it the opposite way. So again, we've scored our 2.5, and we're gonna take, again, we're not gonna go right to, we're gonna go as close as we can over here to where we are scored. And then we're gonna try to get that one as close as we can there. And then come and go the other way with it, just to make that ridge. And we will cut this right here. Again, let me just ink this a little. I think it just helps to have a little bit of a visual to go, for me it does anyway, to go along. Yeah, that one didn't quite get, that one's a little bit off, so that's okay. Let's just roll with it, and we will see what we end up with, okay? I hope you guys are having fun with this series. I am. I think these are a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get, put that up there, to get scraps used up. So we're going to fold this in on itself, right? And we're going to come back the other way. We're going to fold it in on itself again. This one's actually folding quite nice. Okay, fold that in on itself again. And back. That one's going to be just a little, need a little bit of cutting on the bottom again. Okay, and then again, back this way. And this one's going to be a little bit short, and that's okay. I had that happen on another one. It's weird how some of them, but remember we didn't cut it quite the same. So again, I'm just going to come in with these scissors, give it a nice straight cut. And I think with this one, we'll just do some inking like this. So we'd want to open it up, figure out kind of where you want your inking at. Ink the edge. Ink that. And come up and ink. I could cut that little edge off right there, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. So that's really all there is to it. And let's try it now with a piece of paper and see what we get. We definitely got some very different looking tags, but that's okay. It's all in fun, right? So this one we're going to see how it looks done with just printer paper. Okay, and then we're going to take and we're going to fold that one. Okay, we're going to fold. Here's our line right here. We're going to fold that as best we, so obviously this one will be a smaller tag pocket, but I just kind of wanted to see, you know, if this was the only option of what you had to work with, would you be able to, you know, make it work? So again, we're going to come in, just give it a fold that way. I really liked that color. I thought that was so pretty. So I'll definitely use that in something. So again, let's ink it up a little bit so we can see it better. And then we'll take and we'll cut. That I could do with scissors, but you know what? I'm just going to do it. Actually, I'm going to go to the corner on that one because it's paper and it'll be easier to do so. Okay. Scrap paper. I'm going to put my lid on my X-Acto knife, my True Control knife. And then I want to do it this way. I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it this way because I want this to show. So this does actually really work very much easier to work with the paper than the cardstock. And then again, we're going to come back this way. The only thing is we're not going to have as big of a little flap coming back this way. It's still got a little bit crooked there. Oh. And we're just going to put it there just for color. So we don't have to, but, and then we're going to go in and we're going to glue, and that's going to be it for this one. So what I would do, I'm going to just turn it upside down because I'm going to glue from here to here and here to here. It's getting to be lunchtime and I'm getting hungry. Okay. Fold that back there so we've got that side glued. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to glue here and here. Glue here and here. Tuck that flap over. I think these are super cute. And this, I'm just gonna glue this funky little edge down. And that's just because it's a smaller paper. Oops. And I have to glue this edge down. So I can glue here and here. Bring that over. And now we have this cute little, Dee Dee mentioned that she was going to use it as a side tuck when she puts it in her journal. So you could put it in on, you know, maybe 3 sides, and you could have a tuck here, a tuck here, a tuck here, and a tuck here. So we'll just get the other 2 glued, and that is going to be it for this portion of the video. So, whoops. Yeah, these are a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying these. As I said, I wish I had more Christmas paper, but I used so much of it up the last year, and I hadn't replaced it, and I didn't think about buying any the last time I was at Hobby Lobby. We do have a Joann. I don't get to Hobby Lobby unless I get to Reno. We do have a Joann's a couple hours away, but I don't get there very often. Oops. Oh. And then I've still got to glue this down. So I'm going to glue here and here, keeping the flap open for a tuck. So this is week 2, pocket 1. And done. 1 and done. Well, that's the purple one, so. I'm sure one of these days a journal will come along that will have a use for this particular pocket. This one's pretty. Okay, so fold that over. Down. This one down and over. I hope this has made sense to you. As I always mention, go on over to Dee Dee's channel. I will link it in the description box below. In fact, that reminds me, I need to do that on the video I put up yesterday. I don't remember if I did that or not. I've been having a little bit of, uploading issues. So sometimes by the time things get uploaded, then I forget to go back and do some of the stuff I got to do. But I do eventually get it done. And then we have 3 more. We have 3 new, essentially 4 new tags made. And again, you could put it, you know, you could even make a hinge for it if you wanted. You could glue it on the 3 sides, like I said. Use it as a side tuck. You could even leave the top undone if you wanted to put a tag there. Tuck here, tuck here, a tuck here. And if this comes over far enough, a little tuck there. So there we have it. These are the ones that I made today. And then the one made with, oh, I forgot I'm drying paper in the oven too. And see that one is actually not that bad. If I wanted it to be the exact size, I would cut it down to 7.5. It is 7.5. I think it's just because of the different texture of the cardstock. So, all right, you guys, those are the tags for the pockets. Excuse me, I keep saying tags. Those are the pockets for today in the Don't Freak Out Before Christmas 3 and 15, hashtag 3 and 15 DFBC, Don't Freak Out Before Christmas challenge with Dee Dee Farago, week 2, pocket number 1. And I'll see you on Thursday with the project that Dee Dee puts out on Wednesday. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.